My beloved child. Before this moment ends, listen carefully because something unusual has already begun moving in your direction. You have been living your life believing that certain doors were permanently closed, yet somewhere beyond your sight, a woman has discovered an address connected to your future, and that discovery has changed everything. She was not searching by accident, and she did not arrive there without purpose. Every step she has taken has brought her closer to a meeting that neither of you expected. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What seems like an ordinary place today may soon become the beginning of a story that people around you will never fully understand. The reason this address matters is not because of the building itself, but because it leads to a chapter your life has never experienced before. For a long time, small details have quietly fallen into place without attracting your attention. A forgotten conversation, an unexpected delay, a chance encounter, and a path you almost refused to walk have all pointed toward this exact moment. Now the woman who uncovered your address is putting together pieces that nobody else noticed, and with every answer she finds, another mystery rises in its place. She is beginning to realize that the destination is far more important than she first imagined. Don't skip, because the next discovery will completely change the meaning of everything that came before. You may believe nothing has changed around you, but unseen events are moving faster than ever, preparing a surprise that feels impossible until it finally arrives. Soon you will understand why the title of this story begins with the words, "Pack your bags." It is not about running away. It is about being ready when life suddenly asks you to step into something bigger than your current routine. The address that has been found is becoming the center of a chain of unexpected events, and every answer leads to an even greater question. The woman is closer than anyone realizes, yet the biggest revelation has not been uncovered. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What happens next will make every clue from the beginning finally connect, and when the truth is revealed, you will understand why this journey could never have started any other way. A quiet shift is already taking place, even if nobody around you can see it. The woman who uncovered your address has now reached another unexpected clue, and instead of answering her questions, it has created even greater curiosity. Every step she takes reveals that your path has been connected to hers far longer than either of you imagined. What first appeared to be a simple search is turning into something that feels impossible to ignore. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The closer she gets, the more she realizes that this journey is leading toward a moment capable of changing both of your futures forever. There is one detail she still doesn't understand, and that missing piece is the reason everything has slowed down for just a little while. Sometimes the greatest discoveries arrive only after patience has done its work. While she studies every sign placed before her, another unexpected opportunity quietly begins opening for you. The timing is so precise that, if either of you had moved even a little earlier or a little later, this path would never have crossed in the same way. Don't skip, because the next discovery will reveal why every delay in your life carried a hidden purpose. The answers are closer now than they have ever been, but the biggest surprise is still waiting beyond the next step. As the story continues, the address itself becomes more than just a location, it becomes a symbol of a new beginning. The woman is preparing to take one final step that could connect every clue she has gathered until now. Yet just before everything comes together, an unexpected revelation appears that neither of you could have predicted. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter will uncover why this address was never found by chance, and why the journey is only now beginning to reveal its true meaning. The moment everyone believed the mystery had reached its end, another hidden layer quietly appeared. The woman stood before the address she had searched so carefully to find, yet something immediately felt different from what she had imagined. Nothing around her looked extraordinary, but there was an undeniable feeling that this place had been waiting for the right moment to reveal its purpose. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Every clue she had collected suddenly began fitting together, not like separate pieces, but like a story that had been unfolding long before either of you noticed it. As she looked closer, she realized the true discovery was never the address itself. It was the realization that every unexpected turn in her journey had led her towards someone whose path had been quietly aligning with hers all along. The conversations that almost happened, the opportunities that slipped away, and the moments that seemed meaningless now carried an entirely new meaning. Instead of finding a destination, she had uncovered the beginning of a completely different chapter. Don't skip, because what happens next is the reason this story could never have ended any earlier. The biggest surprise is still being prepared, and every passing moment is bringing it closer. Now everything is changing faster than before. The distance between questions and answers is becoming smaller with every step, yet one final revelation remains hidden. The woman understands that the next decision she makes could transform the entire journey, but she still doesn't know the final piece of the puzzle. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. In the next chapter, the last missing clue will finally emerge, revealing why this address became the center of an unforgettable story and why the journey was never only about finding a place, it was always about discovering a new beginning. Everything becomes clear the instant the final clue is uncovered. The woman realizes that finding your address was never the destination, it was only the doorway. What she believed was the end of her search turns into the beginning of an entirely new journey, one that neither of you could have predicted from the first moment. The unexpected delays, the unanswered questions, and the mysterious signs were never obstacles. They were quietly preparing both paths to meet at exactly the right time. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The story that seemed impossible at the beginning now starts making perfect sense. As the final pieces fall into place, a remarkable truth begins to emerge. Some journeys are not created by chance, they unfold one careful step at a time until the right moment arrives. The address became important not because of where it was located, but because it represented a turning point that would never have existed without every twist that came before it. The woman now understands that what she discovered was far greater than a location. It was an opportunity to begin a chapter neither of you had imagined. Don't skip, because even now the greatest reward is not the discovery itself, but everything that becomes possible after it. The journey closes with a feeling that every unanswered question finally found its place. Looking back, every coincidence now appears connected, every delay now feels meaningful, and every unexpected moment now carries a purpose. What began with a simple search has become a story of unexpected direction, fresh beginnings, and possibilities that seemed hidden until the very end. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And as one chapter quietly comes to a close, another is just beginning, one filled with opportunities that were always waiting for the perfect moment to appear. Just when it seemed there was nothing left to discover, an unexpected message arrived that changed the entire meaning of the journey. The woman looked back at every clue she had followed and realized that each one had pointed beyond the address itself. There was still one final destination waiting to be revealed, and it was connected to a future that had not yet unfolded. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What appeared to be the ending was actually the first page of an even greater story. The more she reflected on everything that had happened, the clearer one truth became. Some opportunities never announce themselves with noise, they arrive quietly, waiting for someone willing to recognize their value. The address had opened a door, but stepping through that door required courage, patience, and trust in the path ahead. Every delay that once felt disappointing suddenly looked like perfect timing. Every unanswered question had been preparing the way for a revelation that could only happen now. Don't skip, because the next discovery will make every previous moment feel as though it was leading toward this single turning point. Now the journey moves into completely new territory. The woman is no longer searching for clues, she is preparing for what comes after the discovery. A fresh chapter is beginning, filled with possibilities that neither of you expected when this story first began. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The greatest surprise has not been left behind, it is waiting just ahead, where every lesson, every step, and every hidden clue finally come together in a way that no one could have imagined. A new chapter quietly begins, and for the first time, the journey no longer feels uncertain. The woman now understands that discovering your address was only the key that unlocked a much greater path. Every unexpected twist, every unanswered question, and every delay has transformed into a clear direction. What once looked like coincidence now feels like a sequence of moments that fit together with remarkable precision. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The story has reached the point where every step forward carries the promise of something completely new. As she continues moving ahead, she notices small details that never seemed important before. Familiar places suddenly feel different, ordinary conversations take on new meaning, and opportunities begin appearing where there were once only closed doors. None of this happened overnight. It was built one quiet moment at a time until everything was finally ready to unfold. The address she found has become more than a location, it has become a reminder that life can change in ways nobody expects. Don't skip, because the final revelation is closer than ever, and what comes next will connect every part of this incredible journey into one unforgettable conclusion. Now only one last step remains. The mystery that began with a single discovery is about to reveal its greatest purpose. There is no rush, no confusion, only the feeling that everything has arrived exactly when it was meant to. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The final chapter will uncover the one truth that has been hidden from the very beginning, proving that this story was never simply about an address, it was about a journey that opened the door to an entirely new future. The final chapter begins with complete silence, because the greatest moments rarely announce themselves with noise. The woman pauses one last time and looks back at every clue that led her here. Only now does she understand that none of those moments were random. Every unexpected turn, every delay, and every unanswered question had been guiding this journey toward a single destination. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth has been closer than anyone realized, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal itself. As the last hidden piece falls into place, everything suddenly makes sense. The address was never valuable because of where it was located, it mattered because it marked the beginning of a completely different chapter. The search has transformed into an opportunity that neither of you expected when this story first began. What once seemed ordinary now carries extraordinary meaning, and every step taken along the way has become part of a much bigger picture. Don't skip, because the greatest discovery is not what was found, but what becomes possible from this moment forward. Sometimes the most important journey begins only after you believe you've reached the end. Now the path ahead is open. There are no more hidden clues to chase, only new possibilities waiting to be explored. The woman smiles, knowing that finding your address was never the conclusion, it was the first step toward a future filled with unexpected opportunities. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And as this story comes to its close, one unforgettable truth remains: the greatest adventures often begin with a single discovery that seems small at first, but changes everything that follows. The story may sound complete, but one final surprise has been waiting quietly in the background all along. After everything the woman uncovered, she realized there was one detail she had overlooked from the very beginning. It wasn't hidden because it was impossible to find, it remained unseen because its meaning could only be understood after every other piece had fallen into place. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The address was never simply a destination. It became the starting point of a future that neither of you could have imagined when this journey first began. As time moved forward, the significance of that discovery continued to grow. The moments that once seemed ordinary now carried a new sense of purpose. Every unexpected delay had created the perfect timing. Every unanswered question had protected the surprise until the right moment arrived. Looking back, nothing had been wasted. Even the smallest decisions had quietly guided this path toward an unforgettable turning point. Don't skip, because the final realization is unlike anything you've expected. Sometimes the greatest opportunity doesn't appear with loud announcements, it arrives through one simple discovery that changes the direction of everything that follows. Now the journey reaches its quiet conclusion, but its impact is only beginning. The woman understands that finding your address was never about reaching an ending. It was about opening a door that had been waiting for the perfect time. Ahead lies a chapter filled with fresh possibilities, unexpected meetings, and opportunities that once felt out of reach. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And as this story closes, one thought remains stronger than ever: sometimes a single moment of discovery is enough to transform an ordinary path into an extraordinary new beginning. A long time from now, when you think back to where this journey truly began, you will not remember the mystery first, you will remember the moment everything started to make sense. The woman who found your address finally realized that every step she had taken was leading toward a purpose far greater than a simple destination. What looked like an ordinary discovery had quietly opened the door to new opportunities, fresh conversations, and a future that neither of you could have predicted. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the greatest turning points arrive so gently that they are only recognized after they have already changed everything. There was one final realization still waiting to be uncovered. The address itself had never carried the real value. The true treasure was the journey it created and the courage it inspired to move beyond familiar routines. Every unexpected delay became meaningful. Every unanswered question became part of a larger picture. Every moment that once felt confusing became another piece of a story that now seemed complete. Don't skip, because the last lesson is the one that transforms the entire narrative. What appeared to be the end was actually the beginning of a future filled with possibilities that had been quietly forming all along. Now the path stretches forward with hope instead of uncertainty. The mystery has fulfilled its purpose, but the adventure continues beyond this moment. The woman closes the final page of her search, knowing that finding your address was only the spark that ignited something much greater. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And as the story fades into its final scene, one unforgettable truth remains. Extraordinary journeys often begin with a single unexpected discovery, and the next chapter of your life may already be waiting just beyond the road you have yet to travel. The journey reaches its final moment, yet it feels less like an ending and more like the opening of a door that has been waiting for years. The woman takes one last look at the address she worked so hard to find and smiles, not because every mystery has been solved, but because she finally understands why every step mattered. Nothing was wasted. Every delay, every unexpected turn, and every unanswered question quietly prepared this moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The greatest discovery was never a place on a map. It was the realization that a single moment can completely redirect the course of a life. As everything falls into place, the story reveals its deepest truth. Packing your bags was never about leaving something behind. It was about being willing to move toward new opportunities when they finally appear. The address became a symbol of fresh beginnings, unexpected connections, and possibilities that only reveal themselves to those who keep moving forward. The woman understands this now, and because of that understanding, fear has been replaced with confidence, uncertainty with purpose, and waiting with action. Don't skip, because the final lesson is the one that stays with you long after this story ends. Sometimes the future arrives quietly, asking only one question: are you ready to take the next step? Now the story comes to its close, but the feeling it leaves behind continues. The address has been found, the journey has reached its destination, and a new chapter stands ready to begin. There is no dramatic ending, only the quiet certainty that every meaningful journey starts with a single decision to move forward. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And as the final page turns, one unforgettable thought remains: the greatest adventures are not discovered by chance. They begin the moment you are willing to answer the door when opportunity finally finds your address. The story could have ended the moment the address was found, but the most meaningful chapter was still waiting to unfold. The woman returned one final time, not to search for another clue, but to understand why this place had drawn her here in the first place. As she stood there, every unanswered question from the beginning finally felt complete. The destination had never been about reaching a location, it had been about discovering a path that neither of you could have seen until now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the greatest reward is not what you find, but who you become while searching. With every passing moment, the mystery gave way to clarity. What once seemed like scattered events now formed a single unforgettable journey. The address, the unexpected discovery, and every quiet twist along the way had prepared the foundation for a completely new beginning. There was no need for another secret or another hidden clue because the greatest revelation had always been in front of you. New opportunities often arrive disguised as ordinary moments. Don't skip, because this final realization changes the entire story. The journey was never asking you to chase the impossible. It was inviting you to recognize the extraordinary hidden inside the ordinary. Now the road ahead is brighter than the one behind. The woman walks away with confidence, carrying not just the memory of what she discovered, but the certainty that every meaningful journey begins with a single step taken in faith and curiosity. The address will always remind her of the day everything changed, not because it held all the answers, but because it inspired the courage to keep moving forward. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And as this story reaches its true conclusion, one final truth remains: when life places an unexpected opportunity at your door, the greatest adventure begins the moment you choose to open it. The final page of this journey opens with complete peace. The woman no longer wonders whether finding your address was a coincidence, because every step has already answered that question. She now sees that every delay protected the right timing, every unexpected turn added another piece to the picture, and every unanswered moment carried a purpose that could only be understood at the very end. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What once looked like an ordinary search has become a story that will be remembered because it changed the direction of two lives in the quietest way possible. As she takes one last walk away from that address, she realizes something remarkable. The greatest discoveries are rarely loud. They arrive without celebration, without warning, and without anyone else recognizing their importance. The real treasure was never hidden behind a door or inside a building. It was the courage to embrace a new beginning when the opportunity finally appeared. Every clue, every moment of waiting, and every unexpected surprise had prepared this exact chapter. Don't skip, because the final truth is the most powerful one of all. The future never begins when everything is perfect, it begins when you choose to take the next step with confidence. Now the journey reaches its true ending. The address has been found, the mystery has been solved, and a completely new road stretches ahead. Nothing has been lost, everything has been leading toward this fresh beginning. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this story closes, one unforgettable thought remains. Sometimes life quietly sends someone to find the place where your next chapter begins, and when that moment finally arrives, the greatest adventure is simply having the courage to pack your bags and walk toward the future that has been waiting for you all along. The story may have reached its destination, but its meaning continues to grow with every passing moment. Long after the woman found your address, she understood that the real discovery was never about locating a place, it was about uncovering a future that had been quietly waiting for the right time. Looking back, every unexpected event suddenly felt connected, as though each moment had been preparing the next without either of you realizing it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The greatest journeys often reveal their purpose only after every piece has finally fallen into place. There is one final thought that changes everything. Imagine if even one step in this journey had happened differently. One conversation, one decision, or one delay could have sent the story in another direction. Instead, everything aligned with remarkable precision, allowing the woman to arrive exactly when she needed to. The address became more than a destination. It became a symbol of opportunity, fresh beginnings, and unexpected possibilities. Don't skip, because the most valuable lesson is still unfolding. Sometimes the biggest turning point in life arrives so quietly that you only recognize it after it has already transformed your future. Now the journey truly comes to rest, leaving behind not mystery, but hope. The search has ended, the answers have been found, and the road ahead is brighter than ever before. Every chapter of this story has pointed toward one simple truth: opportunities often arrive in unexpected ways, and those who are ready to embrace them discover paths they never imagined possible. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the final words fade, one lasting reminder remains: every remarkable adventure begins with a single moment that seems ordinary, until it changes everything that follows. A quiet sense of certainty settles over everything now. The woman no longer searches for hidden clues because she has discovered something far more valuable than answers. She has discovered purpose. The address she found has become a reminder that every unexpected moment can carry the beginning of a new chapter. What once felt uncertain now feels meaningful, and every step of the journey has revealed a little more of the path ahead. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the greatest discoveries are not the ones that surprise the world, they are the ones that quietly transform the direction of a single life. As the days move forward, the story continues to leave its mark. The memories of the search become a source of confidence instead of mystery. Looking back, every delay now appears perfectly timed, every unexpected encounter feels significant, and every choice seems to have guided this moment into existence. The address was never the final destination. It was the place where one chapter ended and another one began. Don't skip, because one last realization is still waiting. The future is not created by chance, it grows through every small decision made with hope, patience, and the willingness to keep moving forward even when the destination is still unseen. Now the journey reaches its final reflection. The woman walks away knowing she found much more than a location. She found a reason to believe that new beginnings can appear when they are least expected. The mystery has faded, but the possibilities have only grown stronger. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And as the story gently comes to its close, one unforgettable truth remains: the most meaningful adventures do not end when the destination is reached, they continue every time a new door opens, inviting you to step into the future that has been waiting for you all along. The journey has finally revealed everything it was meant to reveal, yet its greatest impact is only beginning to unfold. The woman pauses for one last moment, realizing that finding your address was never about proving she could complete the search. It was about discovering that some paths become meaningful only after you have walked them from beginning to end. Every unexpected delay, every forgotten detail, and every quiet turn has now become part of a story that could never have been written any other way. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What once looked ordinary has become the foundation of an extraordinary new beginning. Looking back, the clues no longer feel mysterious, they feel intentional. The address was simply the first door, but the real destination has always been the opportunities waiting beyond it. New conversations, fresh possibilities, and moments that once seemed impossible are now closer than ever. The woman understands that the greatest discoveries are not measured by what is found, but by how they inspire the courage to move forward. Don't skip, because one final realization changes everything. The future is not something you accidentally stumble upon. It is something you step into when you refuse to stop moving, even when the road ahead is uncertain. Now the story prepares to close with quiet confidence instead of unanswered questions. The search has ended, but the journey continues in a completely different form. Every page has led to this final understanding, that a single discovery can change the direction of an entire life when the moment is right. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the last chapter approaches, one unforgettable truth remains. The greatest opportunities often find those who are willing to keep walking until the very last step, because sometimes your next chapter begins the instant someone finally finds the address that leads to your future. The final chapter arrives without noise, because the most meaningful endings rarely need dramatic announcements. The woman takes one last look at the address that changed everything and realizes it was never just a place on a map. It became the point where uncertainty gave way to purpose, where ordinary moments revealed extraordinary meaning, and where a journey that seemed impossible finally found its direction. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Every step that once felt confusing now stands together as part of one complete story, proving that the smallest discovery can become the beginning of the greatest adventure. As she walks away, she carries something far more valuable than answers. She carries the confidence that every delay had a reason, every unexpected turn had a purpose, and every closed door quietly guided her toward the one that was meant to open. The address was never the destination, it was the invitation to a new beginning. Looking back, nothing was wasted. Every moment became another piece of a journey that unfolded exactly when it needed to. Don't skip, because the final truth is the one that remains long after this story ends. Opportunities often arrive quietly, and only those who keep moving forward are ready to recognize them when they appear. Now the story reaches its true conclusion. The search is over, the mystery has found its answer, and a fresh road stretches out toward the future. There is no fear left, only anticipation for what comes next. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And as the final page closes, one lasting thought remains with you. Sometimes the greatest change in life begins the very moment someone unexpectedly finds the address that leads not just to where you are, but to who you are becoming. A new sunrise arrives, but it does not feel like the beginning of another ordinary day. It feels like the first day after everything has changed. The woman no longer thinks about how difficult the search was. Instead, she reflects on how every challenge quietly guided her to the exact place where this journey was meant to unfold. What once appeared to be random now looks perfectly connected, as if every small event had been preparing this moment from the very start. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The greatest stories are remembered not because they begin with certainty, but because they end with purpose. As the path ahead becomes clearer, one final realization settles into place. The address was never important because someone found it. It became important because it represented a door that could only be opened after patience, persistence, and hope had completed their work. Every unanswered question has now become a lesson, every delay has become perfect timing, and every unexpected turn has become proof that remarkable journeys are built one step at a time. Don't skip, because the final message of this story is more powerful than the mystery itself. Sometimes the opportunity you've been waiting for has been moving toward you just as steadily as you've been moving toward it. Now the journey quietly fades into the future it has been preparing all along. The woman walks forward with confidence, leaving behind the uncertainty that once surrounded every clue. The address has fulfilled its purpose, the search has revealed its meaning, and a new chapter stands open with endless possibilities ahead. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this story finally reaches its lasting conclusion, one unforgettable truth remains: the most extraordinary adventures do not begin when you find the destination, they begin when you discover that the destination has been leading you toward a brand new future all along.